Welcome to This Explainer. We're diving straight into some fascinating research today to look at the massive leap your daily tech is about to take by 2026. You know, we are moving way beyond the standard chatbots of the last few years and stepping into a world where your technology doesn't just talk to you anymore, it actually acts for you. Because think about it, up until now, artificial intelligence has basically just been sitting around waiting for your command. But what happens when it stops waiting and just starts doing? Well, that fundamental shift in your relationship with technology is exactly what we're breaking down for you today. Okay, Section 1, Generative to Agentic AI, the paradigm shift. So we're moving out of the era of early prompt-heavy chatbots and stepping into a radically new phase of AI. It is a literal paradigm shift. The absolute most crucial thing to understand here is that we're moving from instruction to delegation. It's like generative AI is that brilliant assistant waiting eagerly for your prompt, right? But agentic AI, well, it's a lot closer to a junior colleague. You hand this colleague an objective, and they plan, decide, execute, reflect, and adapt to figure out exactly how to get there. They're using tools, remembering context, and even coordinating with other agents behind the scenes. This means we're officially shifting from a focus on output, like generating a single email or an image, to a focus on actual outcomes. Agentic AI isn't just spitting out content, it's executing real multi-step reasoning. The tech you're using today acts on a single step, but these goal-oriented digital workers of tomorrow, they're going to own entire workflows for you. The real shift here is moving from can it generate to can it actually deliver work. For example, an autonomous agent can now take a customer support ticket, pull the correct invoice from your data warehouse, file a refund through Stripe, send a confirmation email, and then roll back cleanly if a step fails along the way. As these agents learn to use tools and call APIs, your job completely changes. Instead of micromanaging the process, you're setting the goals and providing those absolutely crucial ethical guardrails and oversight. Moving on to Section 2. Invisible tech like electricity, the seamless integration. Forrester made this great comparison to electricity, and it hits the nail on the head. By 2026, AI is going to become entirely invisible. You won't be thinking about the large language model running in the background any more than you think about the power grid when you flip a light switch. We're moving from a novel tech explored by early adopters straight into a seamless, completely ordinary part of everyday life. And get this. AI adoption is actually outpacing the smartphone revolution. To put that into perspective, 8 years after the first iPhone dropped, about 68% of US consumers said smartphones were their primary mobile phone. But just 3 short years after ChatGPT launched, 38% of US online adults were already using generative AI. It's spreading like wildfire, largely because the barriers to entry are practically non-existent. It's often free. And honestly, it's being secretly embedded right into the software you're already using every day. Actually, because of this silent embedding, your knowledge of the underlying AI mechanics is probably going to stagnate. And why is that? Well, because you'll just be too busy enjoying the automated results. You really don't need to know how the engine works when the car is driving itself, right? It's being infused into hardware and services without consumers even realizing it's happening. Which brings us to Section 3, the AI wearables race. Bringing agents into the physical world. So this invisible integration naturally leads us right into the hardware that's going to make it all possible. According to some pretty wild projections from Forrester, an impressive 10% of consumers will be actively trialing AI glasses by 2026. That is huge, and it's expected to kickstart a massive wearables race. We are officially entering the age of physical AI, where this intelligence starts interacting directly with the real world around us. Now, the secret sauce here is something called Edge AI, because this intelligence runs locally, right there on the device at the edge. A wearable or even your phone can do some incredible things instantly. For instance, modern smartphones can process real-time translation completely locally. That means it's translating speech instantly across multiple languages without ever needing an internet connection. You get lower latency, way higher privacy, and that crucial real-time execution. All right, Section 4, hyper-personalized commerce solutions, stores that adapt to you. This ambient, edge-based intelligence, it is going to completely transform your digital shopping experiences. You can basically forget about static websites where every single person sees the exact same banners. I mean, if you've ever refreshed a web page and seen the exact same ad 3 times in a row, you know exactly how outdated that feels today. Your 2026 shopping experience is going to be a dynamic interface generated specifically and uniquely just for you. Let's look at how this plays out behind the scenes. E-commerce storefronts will literally reshape themselves every time you visit. Platforms like Shopify are actually already introducing tools where storefronts adapt in real time. We're talking about rewriting product descriptions, reordering collections, and adjusting imagery, all based purely on your real-time behavior. And for businesses out there, this means the zero-click phenomenon is going to force a massive strategy pivot. You have to start optimizing your brand so it can be naturally discovered by these AI agents, rather than relying on traditional search engines. So instead of ranking for keywords like we used to, businesses absolutely must optimize for generative reasoning paths. It's a practice they're calling generative engine optimization, or GO for short. Okay, let's look at Section 5, Your Life with AI Agents, the 2026 Day in the Life. Let's bring all these concepts together and just walk through what a typical day in your life is going to look like very, very soon. Imagine it's a weekday morning in 2026. Before you've even finished your first cup of coffee, your productivity agent will have completely reorganized your day. It's already negotiated a meeting time with 3 other people's agents, summarized the overnight market shifts, and flagged just one single decision that actually requires your human judgment. You stop managing tasks and you finally start managing priorities. And throughout the rest of your day, you'll be collaborating with autonomous systems across the board. Customer support? It won't be that one frustrating chatbot anymore, but a specialized team of triage and resolution agents working together. Your smart home will start anticipating your energy needs based on your actual habits, not just rigid timers. And hey, if you're a freelancer, one single person plus a set of these agents can operate like an entire company. Your personal leverage is about to vastly increase. Actually, this integration is getting so deeply personal that by 2026, Forrester is predicting 20% of Generation Z and Gen Alpha will adopt AI as a daily companion or even a friend. There's no way around it. We're already seeing glimpses of this. In South Korea, for example, teens are spending an average of 2 hours and 45 minutes every single day on the Zeta chatbot. That's a huge shift in behavior. So to really thrive in this new era, your focus absolutely has to shift. The people who succeed going forward won't be the ones who know how to use the most software tools. Nope, they'll be the ones who master goal framing, systems thinking, and maintaining strict ethical oversight over their autonomous AI teams. The power here is truly immense, but that power requires serious human governance. This whole transition from generative to agentic AI essentially means your daily life is about to become far less cluttered with trivial, everyday decisions. It's going to free you up for true, big picture, strategic, and creative thinking. This isn't really about machines replacing humans at all. It's about completely redefining what we humans actually focus our valuable time on. So I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder as we look toward 2026. When your AI stops waiting around for prompts and just starts executing complex goals on your behalf, how will you choose to direct it? Seriously, start experimenting today. Try to build a small agent or just automate one little workflow. I promise your future self will thank you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.